So now you're going to be asked to take the derivative of the absolute value function. And so the way that I think it's best to look at the absolute value is if I were to take it and square it, I know that it would always be positive. So this is the same as like the square root of x squared. So now if I use the chain rule to go ahead and figure this one out, I'm going to go ahead and write this as it was like x squared but to the 1/2. And so this is what it's going to look like when I go ahead and take the derivative. So I'm going to say f prime of x is equal to 1/2 x squared to the negative 1/2. And this is all going to be multiplied by that baby inside. Well, the baby inside is just 2x. So at this point, the 2 is going to cancel out with that 1/2. And I'm left with this right here where I've got x over my x squared to the 1/2. Well, if I continue going here, this is x over, and what I've got on the bottom here is something squared. Well, something squared is always going to be positive, so when I take the square root of it, it's just going to be that x, but it's going to be a positive x, which is the same as the absolute value. So I get x over the absolute value of x for the derivative of the absolute value of x, which I think is kind of interesting. So the derivative of absolute values. So there's a rule for finding this absolute value, and it's just the derivative over, with respect to x of the absolute value of x. That's equal to x over absolute value of x. And that's just something we can commit to memory here. And so when we're using the chain rule, you can put anything in there, so any function u, and when I take the the derivative of the absolute value of that u, I just get u over the absolute value of u times the derivative of u. So it's very similar to what we've been doing in the chain rule.